Morning, all. So, we've got some news around the National Hockey League, and I wish there was a reason for me to be wearing my Jonathan Toews jersey that was different news than this. Captain Sirius is going to be out. They don't have a timeline. There's no timeline, it's indefinite. While they look at a medical issue he's going through, he's talking about feeling lethargic, drained. And there are so many things that can cause that. Now, of course, there's the obvious 2020. If you have COVID, you can have the long haul symptoms where you feel that way. But there's a whole lot of other reasons that you can end up feeling lethargic and drained. And some of them can be minor and treatable, and some of them can be major. So Toews is out, and we don't have any idea when he's coming back. And this is right on the heels of finding out Kirby Dach is going to miss 4 to 5 months. That is a huge hit down the middle for the Chicago Blackhawks. That is a massive blow to this team's chances of getting anywhere close to the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't see them being able to stay in the hunt for the playoffs. And I've already seen on Twitter some Hawks fans saying, well, number one draft pick it is then. And yeah, they should have a good shot at the number one draft pick with the injuries we're seeing, combined with the fact that their goaltending may very well be, interesting. We'll just go with interesting. Vlad Tarasenko has come out and admitted he's kind of disappointed that he didn't get the captaincy. He mentioned that he and Jaden Schwartz were the longest serving forwards for the St. Louis Blues, and he might have thought that maybe they might have considered throwing the captaincy either his or Jaden's way. But Ryan O'Reilly's the right call. So I honestly don't think that Tarasenko is saying anything out of turn here. I actually think it's kind of nice that he's saying, no, I would like to have been given that opportunity. So I don't really have a problem with it. Riley Sheahan has signed a professional tryout with the Buffalo Sabres as teams bring guys in on tryouts, see what they can do. And it's going to be interesting to see how many of them get signed, how many of them stick, and how many of them just end up not getting a job this year. It happens every year where we'll see guys get a tryout and you think, well, I can see how a guy would fit, like Sheahan. I can see how Sheahan would be a decent fourth liner. And then they get released from their tryout like a week later. It is one of those things that's really unpredictable. Now, if you're a Sens fan and you want to get excited about the upcoming season, how about Stützle? So if you didn't stay up and watch the German game against Slovakia last night, Stützle had 2 goals and 1 assist against Slovakia. And he and Paderka were 2 of the main reasons, basically the reason that Buffalo, or that they won that game. But the fact that Paderka belongs to Buffalo, it sort of bothers me at some level, because when you see the amazing chemistry between JJ and Stützle, it's a shame they're not going to play together. So I said that in the review last night. I'm saying in the news this morning as well. It is too bad they're not going to be playing together in the National Hockey League. So, but I can't see Buffalo or Ottawa making a deal, because right now, if you're a Buffalo fan and you're looking at this kid, you're saying, wow, so we did really well in the second round then. That number 34 pick was pretty good. Yep. And the number 3 pick, Stützle, not too shabby either. So, yeah, there you go. Ethan Bear. So if you're curious about what's going on with Ethan Bear, it's done. He gets a 2-year deal with the Edmonton Oilers worth a total of $4 million. So that's $2 million a year. Kicks the RFA argument down the road a couple seasons. And it means the Oilers don't have to worry about somebody holding out into training camp or anything like that. So kudos to the Oilers and Bear on getting that done. And for that cap hit, not too shabby. Pretty decent. Now, don't be surprised. I'm not really reporting on it on this board, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of players that are already starting to go on waivers, and it's likely for AHL demotion. Even though we're not sure how the AHL is going to look, is the AHL going to start at the same time as the NHL? Are they going to be able to play in all their locales? As much as we didn't know about the NHL before the NHL announced their return, we know less about the AHL. So that's the plan anyways, is put these guys on waivers, have them clear waivers, and don't be surprised if there's some decent names anyways in the early waiver wire news, because teams will try to sneak guys through. Sometimes the guy who goes on waivers first that the fan base might complain about is actually somebody the general manager doesn't want to lose either. That's why you put him on waivers first. So you don't have to worry about it because teams are less likely to make that waiver move right now in terms of picking up a player than they might be at the start of the season. So yeah, and it started again. Line A trade speculation has started again. Sites are already talking about what's going to happen with Line A. Line A's got a year left in his deal. What's going to happen with Line A? Yeah, I'm not getting into, and I don't get into the whole trade speculation thing because it looks silly. It ends up looking really silly, where we can debate where somebody might go, what somebody might get for that draft pick, that asset, what some player might bring back in a trade in return. But again, until it actually happens, it's all just mere speculation, and I don't get into it. So yeah, Line A, the talk's out there. Honestly, Winnipeg didn't bring Stastny in for no reason. He came in because A, they needed a second line center, and B, I'm pretty sure that Kevin Cheveldayoff is already aware that Line A and Stastny had chemistry the last time Stastny was in town. And at the very least, you want to start the season, see how it goes. And at worst, you're bringing Line A's value up if he has that good start. And again, I don't necessarily see Line A being traded. I don't see it happening now before the season starts. And considering the border issue between Canada and the U.S., right now they'd have to trade him to another Canadian team, and they'd kind of have to do it, or they'd have to do it immediately because of the 2-week quarantine at the border. And Winnipeg, it does not view themselves as being a rebuilding team or a team that's going to be down. They see themselves as being in the mix in a very evenly matched Canadian division. So trading Line A for guys who are going to have to quarantine 2 weeks, I just can't see it. But hey, never stopped speculation before. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.